Good Tuesday evening to you, everyone. How are you? It's good to see you. It's good to be seen by you. And I, being glad to do the seeing and being seen, am the one and only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear from an undisclosed location somewhere in the swamps of Central Florida, asking the important questions. Have you ever seen the rain? Anyway, how are you guys? I'm glad you're here. Welcome to Tuesday night. Welcome to all of the new folks who've subscribed over the weekend. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. So many of you guys, like nearly 100 folks, having hit the old subscribe button. And if you're holding out, if you're waiting for a fire sale, if you're like, I'm going to wait for the price of the Delver's Dungeon to come down, you're in luck. Because right now, it's free. That's right. You can join our merry crew of magical misfits for $0. Just click that subscribe button and click the bell icon for notifications. It is the entry level. And folks, I don't like to brag, but I think I bring you guys exactly as much entertainment as that's worth. Wait a minute. That's not a good thing at all. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. It's Tuesday. We have a lot of fun tonight in store for you here. In just a little while, I have got a stable or unstable, as the case may be, crew of TTRPGers. We are about to dive straight into some first edition advanced Dungeons and Dragons for your enjoyment tonight. Now, maybe you're wondering, maybe you're sitting out there and you're a little bit curious about what that means. You're gonna play D&D, big deal. And stop at any nerd store in the country and watch people play D&D. But here's the thing, folks. I want you to feel like you're, at the very least, part of our group. If you have a question about what we're doing, how we're doing it, that sort of thing, please, by all means, ask over in the chat. Just type your question. What's this person's class? Why is that going on? Maybe you've never played first edition AD&D and you have questions about it. Maybe you did, but it was a long time ago and you have questions about it. Maybe you still play, or you're just getting started. I don't care what the context is, as long as it's on topic and you're not asking me, what the volume of the Caspian Sea is. Then just ask. And if I don't answer it, and if someone in the stream doesn't answer it, that is, someone in the game doesn't answer it, someone in the comments might answer it. Somebody in the chat might answer it, because I have, and I will stand by this, I have the best looking and the smartest audience of all the 5-night-a-week classic TTRPG live streaming shows right here on YouTube. That's a Delver's Dungeon guarantee. I don't think I absolutely believe that. I absolutely believe that 110%. I was also very thirsty. I've had cotton mouth for about the last 20 minutes and been running around getting ready for the show and not doing anything about that. So, but anyway, we're going to get going here in a few minutes. We're waiting on one more person to come strolling in. We're a little short. We're just a little bit short on players tonight. Thane Kyle, he did a thing today. He did some awesome stuff that he had to get taken care of. So he will be out this week, and I'm just waiting for one other person to come in and get started with us, and then we'll get rolling. Let me see. That was an Archer reference, Kevin. It definitely was. So let me say hello to Kevin and Tim. You guys are hanging out in the audience. I see Joe Kaufman, Buster T, and Vinny, Damian, Ardu, RPG. Good to see you. Tracy Thompson. Always a lot of fun. RPG Grandma listening while driving. That's right. I have a face for radio. Again, I think I just owned myself. So let's see. Who else is out there? Gonzalo Lira's Bar Tab. Michael Stronghold. That's how. Do you want ants? That's how you get ants. So I haven't observed that, Ardu. I can't give you a good answer for it. So yeah, we're gonna get going here in just a few minutes. I'm hoping that we will have lots of people playing tonight. Might be a little bit short, but we shall see. We're not going to be upset. We're going to play first edition AD&D for a little bit. Orbital Air, good to see you. But anyway, so we have a lot of cool stuff going on. Let me hang on just a second. Sorry, sometimes I get messages live and I they're time critical. I have to respond to them. By which I mean it's important that I get them seasoned. Gonzalo is also drinking a lot of water. I am too. My living dead girl. Hello, how are you? I love the user handle there. Absolutely enjoy it. I like some of Rob Zombie's work. Fun fact about Rob Zombie, because we actually do talk a little bit about computer games around here from time to time, particularly those of the vintage variety. That absolutely rocking, chugging guitar line in Quake 2, which if you open up, like if you go to YouTube and you do like Quake 2 demo mode or something like that, that is Rob Zombie's work. He had a little video game music production studio that he launched in the 90s called Sonic Mayhem. And yeah, so the really heavy guitar intense part of the Quake 2 soundtrack, you are listening to Rob Zombie, in case you didn't know that. As far as I know, that was like the only thing, though. That was the only time they put that together. Buster, you would rather pay for that? Me too, buddy. Me too. I would definitely rather pay for somebody to mow the lawn. And I did. Let me tell you what. I used to have a riding mower called a Big Red. It was at the time that I got it. It was about 15 years old. I gave it up a couple of years ago, and at that point it was about 30 years old. It was a Toro, but at the start of every season, now I got it for free, but at the start of every season, I was putting about $175 to $200 worth of work in it to get it running again and hope that it would run throughout the summer. And that's not that's not like, well, I wasn't taking care of it. I wasn't storing it. Believe me, I was doing everything possible. But that thing, at the end, it was 30 years old, probably had a couple of thousand miles on it, which for a riding mower is pretty intense. It's pretty intense. And nowadays, riding mower, a decent riding mower today cost what a decent used car cost before the Cash for Clunkers thing came out and completely gutted the used car market. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Tim says, oddly enough, my HOA deals with the front yard, and if I pay them a nominal small amount, they'll also deal with the backyard. Well, yeah, I mean, I have a lot of spicy opinions about HOAs, but you know, if that's something that you want to not deal with, then there it is. Aha! I thought I saw somebody over there grabbing the Hennessy and the big crystal chafing dish of pistachios, and it was Doomsword coming into the back room. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome all of our players in and stop waxing on about a mower that I no longer have. The guys I have joining me tonight are they're pretty awesome, really. I think. So everybody, please welcome the first player joining us here. He has a YouTube channel. It's a good YouTube channel because it covers a wide variety of stuff. It is Precision Scattershot, and I really like checking out his videos. I think he's got one coming this week about Tom Clancy again. So I'm looking forward to that. He's a smart guy. He's a fun guy. He's been a blast to have here on the show. Everybody, please welcome Tim Imholt as Elminar the Magic User, and you can find him at Timothy Imholt right here on YouTube. Tim, welcome, sir. You are muted, sir. Cannot hear you. Is anyone else not hearing Tim? I'm not hearing Tim. All right. We'll come back.
Now, can you hear me now?
There you go. All right. Woohoo!
All right. Just switch microphones. So it's not just a Tom Clancy video. This one's about executive orders, which is getting pretty deep in the Jack Ryan series. So it'll be probably a longer video because it's like a 900-page book.
Yeah. You know, Tom, I probably should have hired an editor, Clancy.
That's the guy.
That's the guy. That's his baptism name, actually. He had weird parents. Anyway, next up is a man who needs no introduction, but I'm gonna give him one anyway. This cat plays D&D with us here on Tuesday nights, and also he does play in our Friday night Gamma World game. Always a seat open, Tim, if you want to ditch the wine club on Friday night and come and get radiated with us. But I'll leave that.
I can never ditch the wine club. That's impossible.
I understand. Well, bring your laptop with you. If they ask you, just say it's important high-tech stuff. But anyway, we'll hopefully someday. No, this guy Kevin joins us on Friday evenings. He is really awesome, and tonight he's putting on his robe and wizard hat and his thief tools. I hope everyone has your car alarms on in the parking lot. Everybody welcome Kevin as Don Drexel.
Hello.
All right. And last but not least, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to put the snacks in the green room down. He also has a YouTube channel here. You can find him at Doomswords. He's got some great content. Please go subscribe to his channel as well. Everybody welcome Doomsword Deathmaster as Durek Donagard, the Paladin.
The Dower.
Durek Donagard, the Dower. I love it. Okay, so last week the party had fought tooth and nail to drive into the heart of the slavers' stockade. It cost you quite literally blood, sweat, and tears. You stand amongst the remains of your fallen foes, were-rats cut down who transmogrified back into the poor wretches that had been gripped by the disease of lycanthropy. You slew the terrible matron of the kitchen, a horrible Annis who stormed out of a closet in the far corner of the room and grabbed the dude and rent him to pieces. So you find yourselves in the midst of the kitchen here. I'm sorry, the camera's aimed off because you had all actually gone to the sleeping chambers, the private chambers, formerly occupied by Icar the Blind, and now you don't know what the room was purposed for, but that is where you are at. So, what would you guys like to do?
I think when we left last time, we were trying to hold up into a little space so we could rest and recharge spells, that kind of stuff.
That's right.
Yes, that is correct. That is a better view of the room that you guys are in right now, and you can see there. Do I have my stick? Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
you should always have your stick.
I have my stick. Fear not.
See, he's always using the stick, never the carrot.
Never the carrot.
You're
So
a DM,
here,
man, you gotta have a stick.
here lies the anise. There are various were-rat corpses around you. There is the rent and destroyed body of the dude. The fog must have been created by the anise because as soon as she was slain, it dissipated in less than a round. She came out of one of these two doors over here, which I realize my nameplate is actually covering up. But you've also got the bedchamber here that you guys were talking about holing up in, yes?
That's right.
Okay. And I should point out that our that one of our players here, or one of our regular players, can't make it tonight. I mentioned that in the startup, but in case you guys are wondering, we usually have 4 or 5 people here. So, gentlemen, you are resting up in the bedchamber of the former master or mistress of the kitchen here. Yes.
That is correct, sir.
Okay.
And we're going to try to help you tonight, Bill, because as I understand it, you're the dungeon master that holds the mantra. You can't fix stupid, but you can make it hurt. So we're going to make sure.
Exactly. Tim, you're a man after my own heart. I've seen the rib spreader in the jar you intend to keep it in. Stay the hell away from me.
Exactly.
So, yes. You guys are going to hole up in the bedchamber in the corner there. Tim, what spells are Elminar adding to his repertoire? And I guess I should ask the same of Don Drexel. But so, Tim, what are you going to try and memorize back?
In memory, I've been keeping burning. For first level, I've been keeping burning hands, hold portal, read magic missile.
Okay.
For level 2, it's been web and shatter. And level 3, I'm keeping lightning bolt and haste.
Okay.
Those seems to have worked out very well for us so far.
Alrighty, and Kevin, what about Don Drexel?
Okay, I only have 2 spells to recall. I only cast 2, but for first level, I'm doing Charm Person, Protection from Evil, Identify a Magic Missile. Magic Missile's the one I cast that I need to recover.
Okay.
Level 2, I got Web twice. I may end up throwing one of those out for Wizard Lock, but not today. And then for third level, I have Fireball and Lightning Bolt. Of course, I used the Lightning Bolt last session, so that's one I have to recover.
Yes. Okay. So, you comport yourself to the Anis's lair, and I believe I had said last week that as soon as you guys got into the room, Paul was levering that door shut and driving spikes to secure it.
That's right.
That's right. And we were going to even decorate it with the body of the dude, just to,
just like Garland, to just put his insides up along the walls. Grisly, but appropriate.
Yeah, some Richard Garriott decorations.
It works, man.
It does. God, I'd love to have him at the gaming table one day, but I digress. All right, so in this room, there are various boxes and bags and other odds and ends. The room is considerably less well appointed since Durek, since you had slain its previous occupant, Icar. However, there is the bed, the armoire, the chest, they're all still bolted to the floor, which, given what you suspect was true of Icar, that he was blind, them being bolted to the floor doesn't surprise you terribly much. So what while you guys are resting up, those of you that don't have spells to memorize and so on, what are you doing in the room? Which I get it would be Paul and Durek would have the chance.
Yeah, Derek's not doing much. I think we've been through most of this. So he'll just take the last watch before daybreak as usual.
Okay. Alrighty. All right. Those of you needing to rest can find cloaks and such like to rest. The question is, how long do you wish to do this?
I have 0 spells, so if you guys want me to recover, it's going to take a while.
Right. So if you've got first, second, and third level spells to memorize and rest on, let's take a quick gander. This being as much for our audience as for me here, but we're going to look and see how long it takes to memorize those spells. All right. That's not it. That's not it. There we go. All right. So you're looking at a minimum of 6 hours to rest in this chamber to get all of the spell levels back that you want to. And then from that point forward, you can make a decision about any additional rest. That will not be enough to get Durek's lay on hands back, though, just to fairly warned be ye, says I, Dooms.
Right. That would be what, a couple hours?
Later, no, that's 20
much longer.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I don't remember how long we've been in here.
Overall in the dungeon, you've kind of, I'm trying to think of the last time you used your lay on hands. I think it was outside in the midst of the battle. You essentially kept I don't know if it was Thane Kyle's character or if it was Paul alive with a lay on hands, but one of the other characters you did heal up.
Yeah, I want to say that in retrospect that a 6 hour rest would put me at about 18 hours since the prior use.
Yeah,
but
you guys have rested once before, well, possibly even twice before after.
I think
so. Well, go ahead and get to resting, and I'll see if anything comes looking for you guys. While you guys are doing that, moving around the room kind of stiffly, Paul is searching through various bales and bags and so on, and he comes over and says quietly to you, Dirk, because he knows that the mages and the cleric have to actually study or actually have to rest. He says, well, Dirk, look here. And he points to the chest that's bolted to the floor. He says,
what have you found, Paul?
Well, I'm no cut purse, and I'm a little leery of trying to pry it open, but everything else in the room seems to be easily accessible, but this chest is locked. Should one of us maybe go back out in the kitchen and search the body of the Annis for a key?
Perhaps, but we also have a cut purse. If we have one already, perhaps we should use him to his utmost convenience.
He glances over at where TK's character and everyone else is currently, well, resting and studying and so on. And he says, Well, if you want to wait that long, that's fine. But we could. All right. Well, I mean, you're in command. I'll follow your lead.
Well, I just happen to have in no way, shape, or form any desire for cup pursery. However, if you think it best, as the man-at-arms of this group, then by all means, feel free.
All right. Okay. So he goes over and carefully removes the pins in the door and heads back out into the kitchen to presumably search the body of the Annis. And now, let's see, do we have our die roller working tonight? Well, it worked for me, and it rolled
works for you. It always seems to give you preference, too. I don't understand that.
Hey, that was a mere 2, Tim. that was only a 2. All right, so he returns after a few minutes, and he's holding a leather cord. And there are 2 things on it. There's a large iron key, and there is a tin whistle. It says, well, I'm certainly not going to blow the whistle, but perhaps this fits that chest.
Perhaps it does.
Well, stand back in case, I don't know, there's something in here like a giant spring-loaded boxing glove, a cloud of gas, polymorphs into a dragon. All right.
There's a duck screaming about rabbit season.
There's a oiled mechanical click. He steps to the left, draws his sword, and carefully pushes the top of the chest open. There are some folded cloths, and he begins to carefully move them aside with the tip of a sword. Underneath a few layers of them, there are a few bulging sacks. And he pokes one, and there's the clink of metal. He smiles wryly and slides the tip of his sword along the edge of that bag, and you can see in the dim torchlight in the room, or lamplight rather, in the room, you can see the glint of coins, lots of coins, in fact. He proceeds on with his searching, and eventually he uncovers thousands of coins. And he finds a bejeweled gold box in one of the bags under the coins. No, it's just got a simple latch on it, not an actual lock. Within is a bejeweled gold earring and a platinum pendant of similar design. All of this looks rather expensive. He says, I hate to even broach the subject of quitting this place after what we've had to fight through to get here, but again, you're in command.
Well, such is the allure of all men, Paul. These are but trinkets. The real treasure lies in defeating the heart of evil.
Yeah, I suppose. Still, I'd like to make a little bit of coin while defeating evil. Looking here, I think there's...
How about it?
There could be more than a half ton of coins in here, my friend.
Thus, have at it.
All right, so he pockets the jewelry box and scrapes together not enough coins to slow him down. So he pockets literally like maybe a couple of 100 gold pieces.
Well, good for him.
All right. Okay. let's see. Now, as you guys are resting, this whole affair only took maybe 30 minutes. So you guys have got some resting yet to do. Some resting yet to do. All right, so the rest of the first hour passes uneventfully. The rest are rather another 30 minutes go by. And 2 hours have now gone by. Those of you who are memorizing spells. Oh, wait. I was looking at the spell level, not the rest time. Okay. So. All right, that's 2 hours gone by now. I'm sorry, that's 3 hours gone by now. And let's see. Dirk, are you is Dirk staying awake, keeping his ears out for potential issues?
Yeah, that's the plan. The plan is just to go ahead and take the last watch after everybody has already fallen asleep and done whatever it is that they need to do.
Sure. Okay. You do hear a bit of commotion out in the kitchen, but nothing that's approaching the door. There are gruff voices outside. It's not loud enough to startle anyone in here. And likewise, this goes on for about 10 minutes. You hear running, shouting. The room outside is big enough that it could be anywhere. But then nothing comes of it. This goes on.
Okay.
This goes on for about 20 minutes. So you suspect that someone has found your handiwork.
Very well. No problem.
All right. All right. Otherwise, another hour passes uneventfully. And now, those of you who are spellcasters, you have your first and second level spells rememorized. You have studied. So first and second level spells, if you need them. If you had to jump up, if something burst through the door to attack you guys. You would have them. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I only had one first to memorize.
Okay.
So, I'll just transition to the third. I only get one other spell. So.
Okay.
But I'm gonna keep studying.
Okay. Okay. I'm just going to do the last hour like that. All right. So the remaining time passes. Other than that tumultuous noise, I have never not rolled ones with rolling that many D6s for wandering monsters. And I don't know. You guys talk about how cursed you are on initiative. I'm the high D6 rolls have cursed me too here. So all right. So you have rested, you have recovered spells, you have wounded characters. Paul has been grievously wounded. Is Durek still injured?
Yeah. I don't know how injured he got after my departure last session, but he did have some injuries prior to that.
Actually, nothing was really able to get to him as far as hitting you. Your protection from evil and the fact that those were weaker monsters, the wererats, really kind of left you kind of untouchable once the anise was gone.
Right. So he's down 16 hit points from a maximum of 67 due to the excellent roll that I performed on my last hit die check.
Somebody heal that man.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a grand total of 16 hit points, but I can shoot lightning bolts.
Yeah, that's very true. Like I said, you're like the M109A7. You can rain death, just you can't take a hit.
That's right. We need to create a class that turns magic users into more like the battleship, where you can not only take a hit, but you can dish it out.
And that's a fighter magic user. You get high enough level, or you dual class as a fighter to like 5th or 6th level, and then you switch over to magic user if you've got the stats, and then you've got enough hit points. You can just laugh off getting punched by an ogre and then blast him in the face with a spray of fireballs or a lightning bolt or what have you.
Damien, I don't know. I'm going to have to find out. Hang on a second.
All right. So I'm just trying to find, let's see. So, Paul, however, did take quite a beating. Let me...
So, Damien has a question about what level paladins learn cleric spells, and I think it's 9th level.
That is correct, and I'm sorry I missed that, Damien. Yes, that is a fine question. They begin learning... basically, they get, I think, up to 8 cleric spells, 2 first, 2 second, 2 third. Is their progression. So if you live long enough to be a paladin of that high level, you do really well. You do really, really well. So and I just need to take care of something real quick here from the table, I mean.
See, Damien, we can actually answer questions. We may not always.
That's right.
As long as there is no math. And I'm hoping everybody here is old enough to remember that Saturday Night Live sketch.
That's kind of a big ask, Tim, I think.
I know. For anybody who's not familiar with it, Saturday Night Live usually does some really interesting skits about the presidential debates. And somebody came out and asked Chevy Chase, I forget who he was supposed to be, but somebody came out and asked him a question had a bunch of numbers, and he looks at them and goes, I was under the impression there would be no math, as his answer to the debate question. In a way only Chevy Chase can do.
In a way that only Chevy Chase could do, exactly.
You could always take the Simpsons way out. I was here to lead, not to read.
It's pronounced nuclear.
Nuclear.
Oh man.
All right. That is that.
Although my kids, I finally showed them the Simpsons movie in the beginning where Homer is, teasing Bart. I bet you won't ride your skateboard home naked. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. My kids are like, Dad, dare me to do this. I'm like, oh dear God, no.
Look, it's a cartoon. Everybody knows better than doing that.
Like, first
One
off,
would hope.
you guys are deep into your teenagers now. Nobody wants to see that. Okay, put it away.
I'm going to walk this way, swinging my arms like this. If something hits you, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, The Simpsons says perfect things that you should always teach your family to do.
Yes. Alrighty, so I just had to I had Paul's character sheet. I didn't realize I didn't have it saved on this machine. I had it on my network drive, so I had to grab Paul's character sheet. So yes, so Paul has a lot of hit points nominally, but right now he's kind of down a whole bunch. So Holder is going to hit Paul with a couple of Cure Light Wounds spells. He has memorized a total of 4 Cure Light Wounds spells to keep you guys alive and kicking. He says, if we're going to go into battle again like that, I think I would rather prefer to keep the rest of you alive as long as possible. Fighting with snakes and so on is wonderful. However, so Holder casts a couple of Cure Light Wounds on Paul. And he gets 2 hit points back. He just...
That's
Paul
from
just,
a few Cure Light Wounds?
yes, from 2 Cure Light Wound spells.
Man.
Paul, yeah, pretty harsh.
Highway robbery.
I know. Well,
Game over, man. Game over.
Like Dad used to say, some days you get the bar and someday the bar gets you. It's like, well, I'm a little bit better off than I was. I appreciate it. And he is going to spend 1 on Don Drexel. He sees that Don Drexel has taken some wounds, so this is for you. It's like,
I got kicked in the face a few times.
I'm sorry?
I got kicked in the face a few times.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm down 6.
Okay.
I will give everybody a warning. Different parts of Texas are coming up with very large amounts of hail, and apparently there's storms around that are spinning out weird things, and they're showing up fast. So if I drop out, it's not because I don't like you guys. It's because we lost power.
No, I understand. And I'm just gonna say, if we do lose you, Tim, that is and to the viewers, that may be where we wrap the AD&D game. We might go on to a Q&A session. 3 players is kind of thin on the ground. Obviously I would like to have 4 or 5 of you guys here, but so you've healed up as much as you guys can anyway. So what now, adventurers?
I think our mighty paladin has a plan for us to go down deeper.
Yes.
And
that would be ideal.
Once everyone is awake, not in a smug or smarmy kind of way, Paul tells the group, I just think it behooves everyone that that chest there is full of coins. I suspect thousands in gold and silver. When we make good our exit, we should come back for that. He closes the lid and turns the lock with a key, and then pockets the key.
And it's bolted to the floor, so it isn't getting lifted either.
It not easily. No, if somebody's going to move it, they're going to have to bust it off of the floor.
Okay.
So question about Buster Tien was asking about lay on hands. Yes, as the party stormed this stockade, they had a player get critically injured, or a character. I try not to injure the actual players. And they had a character get critically injured. He used it then. They've been in here a little less than a full day, so he does not get his lay on hands again until the next day. In this case, that will be I think
We've been in like 16 hours or something. It's every 24. So
yeah, it's very close. It's very, very close. All right. So well, I guess first thing is to leave the room. Yes.
Yeah, that probably
Yes.
to get to the next space.
Alrighty, let me just get some stuff set on the table real quick so everyone can have an idea of where you're at from a camera perspective. Pardon me just a minute. Audience players, talk amongst yourselves.
see, not only is Bill the only 5 night a week, first edition channel, but it's one where you get a little miniature Galaga in the background. And you can watch Galaga do the autoplay feature. I'm the only one that finds that interesting. Okay.
Now, if it was Star Castle, I'd feel different, but it's just Galaga. Galaxian's even more fun than Galaga, in my opinion. But I'm often wrong in this case.
I'm still annoyed that my 14-year-old son holds all top 10 high score slots on Galaga, and I've been playing it since it came out.
He's just better than you.
I'm not sure if I should be proud or sad, but and one week when he was out with his mother, I spent probably 20 hours trying to build my skills back up, and
nope.
I came within like 4,000 points of the number 10 slot. I'm like, that's just pathetic.
Yeah. Well, he has the advantage because he still has high twitch, and you probably don't.
It's one of those times when old age and experience really does not overcome youth and skill.
No, it does not.
He got an Atari 2600 emulator for his birthday, though, and I did take him at Chopper Command.
The physical console, the small one, what they call it. Is that what you're talking about? Or
yeah, the emulator comes with like 200 games in it or something.
Yeah, I saw
It's
that.
like that big. It's essentially a Raspberry Pi plus 5% because in it's really just a Raspberry Pi.
Right. Yeah, well, when you think about it, the Raspberry Pi is way, way more powerful than that Atari 2600 could ever be, especially
Pretty sure
with
my
memory.
iPhone 5 was much more powerful than the Atari.
Well, I mean, you're talking 4K RAM in one of those things, right?
Yeah.
A lot of it, they had to put RAM in the cards so they could get the RAM to use to make games.
They had to put some graphic stuff on some of those cards. That's why they got
Yeah, it's funny. Interesting how terrible it is to code for the 2600. Just to let you know, if you've ever.
Oh no, I've been coding since Trash 80, man. It's.
Yeah, but it's different when you're actually using a TV versus a display adapter.
That's true. No, I worked in defense though, so I'm with you.
So you got it, yeah.
And in physics labs, we don't normally get like, there's not like a whole bunch of, oh yeah, you just ordered this gizmo and it's the thing that runs your thing that's never been built before, right? So,
well, my favorite thing is when they order these TVs and they have all this hardware in there that you have to get in there and remove, so you can use it in the environment. Like, this is awesome.
Right. My favorite was LabVIEW, trying to figure out which pins to do things with, but anyway.
All right, I'm back, and Tim is back, and so you guys open the door. You are not surprised by, and you do not surprise the mixed forces that you see waiting out in the room at large. Let's go over to Cam 3 and have a quick look. So as you come out of the room here, you see a group of hobgoblins accompanied by a carnivorous ape. There are 2 gnolls by this corner. One of them has an axe. I don't know if that shows up on the screen. The other has a longbow. Let's get declarations, and we'll start. Tim, what is Elminar doing?
So we're in this, what looks like bottom left-hand corner.
Yes, you guys are here.
And these guys up at the top of the screen, they're close enough for me to lightning bolt.
If you cast a lightning bolt, it will hit. If you are doing a single stroke, it will hit and ricochet back.
Oh no, we'd fork it. We're not.
Yeah, okay. You're so indoor safe fork for them. So yes, that is going to be about 10, 20, 30, 40. So if you start the stroke here just in front of Durek, you might get a little bit of ricochet.
All right, well then I won't do that. I'm going to assume, guys, and this is a question for the party. We're probably not going to try to negotiate. We're just going to fight these guys because that's kind of what happens.
They're hobgoblins, right? So
yeah,
they are hobgoblins and a carnivorous ape.
Which maybe the carnivorous ape isn't evil, but those other things are. So
yeah,
all right.
He just is in the wrong party. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
I will try to web the guys straight across from us.
Oh, so the 2 gnolls standing in the doorway here?
Yeah, I'm going to try to web them.
Alrighty.
We'll deal with them. I'll let everybody else deal with those other guys, and we'll figure that out in a second.
All right, Kevin, how about Don Drexel?
I'd like to cast web as well, but since he's already doing it, I guess we're not.
I mean, you can cast it elsewhere if you have the range.
I mean, can I? So, if I cast it the other direction, is there anchor points for them?
For the ones backed up in the hall here, yes.
Yeah. Okay,
yes,
so then that's what I'll do.
All right, so you'll get a couple, and then these others will still be free to move. Okay, so Webb. Paul draws his sword, readies himself, and you hear Holder begin to pray. So Durek, what are you doing under the circumstances?
Charging the carnivorous ape.
All right, so you are going to charge with a capital C, with a blood-chilling cry of ook, ook. He also rushes forward. Initiative is not dependent on that. Your sword is longer than his ability to reach out and touch you. So let's go ahead and roll initiative for the rest of the party. And we'll start at the top. Tim, you are in the apple barrel. Please roll with D6. I got a 3.
4.
The party got a 4. Okay, the party will go first. Web is a 2-segment spell, if I'm not mistaken, if somebody wants to check me on that. I will go ahead and move your miniature over to meet the giant apes charge. Just a minute.
We will Spider-Man web it, and you'll Spider-Man web those other guys, and then everything will be sticky.
Since you can't hear us, it is 2 segments.
I know, that was just for you guys. We're going to make it. Let's wait till he gets his headphones back on. Let's see if I can freak out Bill. We're going to make it very sticky.
Ooh. Okay. Dooms, go ahead and execute your attack. You are striking at +2 because of charge. So 17, you will hit. He is a large creature. You will be doing a D12 plus. Are you +2 or +3 with your magic sword?
+1 only. Just the magic.
Just the magic. Okay. For some reason, I always my mental image of that sword is that it's much more powerful than it is. Okay, so go ahead and hack him. You struck him. And this is going to be a D12. So
3.
So that's 3 total. The ape shrieks as he gets a few inches of steel driven into his chest as he runs up with his arms outstretched. So that was the charge segment. In 1-2 segments, the gnolls are standing fast. They're not moving anywhere, but we do have a couple of hobgoblins, and they are basically, in a couple of seconds, they can move a few feet. The ones in the back move up, but Kevin, they're still in the radius and range of your web spell. So I have 2 sets of saving throws to make. First of all, for the ones in the hallway. Neither one of them makes it. And for those of you who are curious, in an enclosed space like this, that is a determinant of rounds versus turns of being enwebbed. In a more open environment, like, say, in the corner of the room, it is a determinant of being webbed or not being webbed. So let's see. And this is a pair of gnolls. They have slightly better throws.
Daniel, we do not have a ranger. We have a paladin, a magic user crossed with a thief, a cleric, and a magic user.
We also have Paul as an NPC.
Yes.
And Paul, who we use as a meat shield.
All right, saving throws. I got to check the one. I think one of them actually did leap out of the way. So let's see. Where saving throws? Come on, show me the matrix, please. There we go. Fighters 2.
It's right there in front of you, Bill.
Yes, it is. I'm using the PDF. It's a little dim back there, so it is kind of hard to see. No, he actually does. Oh wait, no, 17 is the threshold. So one of them does save, and 1, 2, 3, it is the war axe, or rather the battle axe, and 4, 5, 6. It's the guy with the bow. Nice. The guy with the bow saved. All right, Tim. So you got one of them webbed up. One of them is not webbed up. He shoots his first arrow and absolutely misses with it. All right, giant carnivorous ape. The purple are claws.
Did your mother teach you how to shoot? Sorry.
Your mother wears combat boots. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Exactly.
Let's see. Ape. All right. So you get 2 claw attacks in purple and a bite attack in black. Neither claw attack hits the the black D20 was the 11. That misses also. So yeah, he grabs at your shield and clutches at your armor and is unable to do anything.
No one can harm the truth.
All right. Over the din of battle, Paul says, would the truth like some help? So, all right. It's the beginning of the new round. Oh, we have one more shot from over yonder. 18.
But wait, do you? Did Don Drexel's web get that guy?
No, Don Drexel was webbing here,
Right. Oh, it's a different.
and the
Okay.
bowman was over here, and the
Okay.
bowman shot over here. Paul gets nicked by an arrow.
Oh shit.
All right, but it was a mere 1 point of damage. So, okay, end of round, new round. Elminar, what doest thou, Elminar?
This archer that's shooting arrows but can't hit anything, I'm going to teach him some marksmanship and shoot magic missiles at him.
A wonderful idea. RKC Peck. I'm sorry if that means something, brother or sister. This is first edition advanced D&D. I won Dungeons and Dragons and it was advanced. So yes, 1E AD&D. And you're right, Daniel. A ranger would be clutch in this situation.
And RKC PEK, he does not mind doing a total party kill. He means first edition. He'll kill us all. He doesn't care.
Little bit. I don't do anything. The dice do it. Okay, so new round.
Sure.
Yeah, Paul called out to you and basically said, "Do you need help, Dooms? Do you need help?"
No.
Okay. So Paul is going to move across the room and attack the Knoll Archer. You are under attack by 2 hobgoblins and a carnivorous ape. Everybody else is webbed. Tim, Tim, you're magic missiling. I'm sorry. Kevin, what is Don Drexel doing?
I'm going to approach and attack the hobgoblin on the left of the carnivorous ape. The closest one.
Okay, so you're going over to fight hobgoblins. Gotcha.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the hobgoblin there. Yes.
That's fine.
Yep.
And by the way, that's actually a good question. I'm just going to call you RKC. RKC, is it magic missile area of effect? It is, and it isn't. It won't hit everybody in an area, but you can basically fire it out like a shotgun. You just got to decide who gets hit by what pellets. You could say, okay, there's 3 targets. I'm casting 3 magic missiles. That's 1 apiece. Or I want 2 to hit the guy in the middle and 1 on the left and not worry about the 1 on the right. Or I'm just going to tight beam it, full choke, and hit the guy in the middle, on the left, or on the right. So it does have an area that it can hit in, and you can spread them out. You don't have to. And it's limited by the number of missiles that fly out. It's not like everybody will get 3 missiles. Wouldn't that be nice?
I prefer to use it like a 12-gauge slug.
There you go. The lovely deer slug, and bring a guy down. Kevin, roll initiative, please. That's going to be the big D6.
All right. 4. And even
A4. You know, I've got something to say about the quality of the video and the A3. The party will go first. Okay, about the quality of the video and the dice roller, but I'm not going to say it till after the live stream because I don't want to jinx myself. So hang on a second, and I'm gonna arrange miniatures. You guys will see it live where everybody's going to be. Hang on just a moment.
Paladin. You should have help.
Alrighty. Alpha says that 3-on-1 situation makes me a little nervous. Derek needs backup. Hey, you got fans out there in the audience, Dooms. Okay. So here then is the tactical situation. Dooms, you get to attack first, and I'm guessing you're going after the carnivorous ape again.
That would be correct.
Go ahead and roll your attack. Party goes first.
Did the cleric's prayer?
Yes.
He began to. Did it do anything?
Yes, you guys are now under the effect of a prayer spell. That is +1 to your damage.
Alrighty. +1 to attack and damage.
Oh, you know, I should look at that.
I think it's just +1 to attack.
I
may be wrong.
It's +1 to one of them. That's always a thing. Bless, prayer, and chant. You know, it's like okay, which does which? Let's see. Open. And lucky me, the word prayer is in the player's handbook a whole lot. So I've actually got to go find the specific. It is.
It sure is.
Yeah. So prayer is. That's actually a fairly high level cleric spell. That is a 3rd level cleric spell. 3rd level. Let's see. So prayer. It exactly duplicates the effect of a chant with regard to bonuses of +1 for friendly attacks and saving throws and -1 like on enemy dice. And that will be in effect, I believe, for 5 rounds. And you guys are all under the effect of it. So you're +1 to hit. Go ahead and attack, Dooms. 14, 15 will hit. Wheeling, we are doing.
It'll be actually a total of 16. Apologies.
Still hits. Still hits.
All right, and this is the same large individual, correct?
Yes.
Hey, look at that. 13.
Oofda. Okay, and you had actually damaged him before. Let me check my notes for him. Yeah, he screeches and claps his chest and lunges forward to try and grab you. Yeah, I got him. Thank you, Alpha. I did turn down his gain just a little bit. Okay, Tim, roll your magic missiles. Show that bad shot how it's done.
Total of 9.
A total of 9. Well, he absolutely hated that. He hates it so much he just throws his bow down and quits. In that he quits life altogether. Let's see, Kevin, you are taking an attack. That one. Let's see. Don Drexel moved here.
That's right.
This hobgoblin is on the other side. He will move around. Can I actually? You know what? He's attacking Don Drexel, so you're getting a couple of hobgoblin attacks.
Okay. Yeah, AC 1.
All right. All right, first attack missed you, and second attack will absolutely miss you. So both of them missed. It's a new round. It's a new day. Tim, you blow away one of the 2 gnolls. The other one is stuck in the webs. You hear Paul let out kind of an ironic, exaggerated sigh, and he pivots on his heel and starts trotting across the room to fight the hobgoblins in the middle.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Bill, but we don't have to worry about the people that are webbed because the webs will eventually kill them.
Potentially they will kill them, but they are durable enough that they're not going anywhere. Like it's not a matter of rounds. It's literally like 8 turns that web will last. So you guys,
well, I'm going to go over and the one. Okay, never mind. I'll let you continue. I'll be quiet.
No. That's okay. That's okay. Just that concludes the thought. You have many turns to do whatever you want. If you want to go over there and coup de grace him, you absolutely can.
That's my next turn. I'll go over there and stab him in the face.
Alrighty. Yeah. Holder sees you draw your dagger and start walking purposefully in that direction, and he says, "I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that." All right, in the middle of the room, Dirk, you're fighting the 8. Paul is moving in this round to your assist, and Kevin, you're fighting at least one hobgoblin now. So let's go ahead and roll initiative, and Dooms, it's your turn. D6, please.
Booyah!
All right, and a 4, party will go first. Dooms, go ahead and make your attack. Alpha, yeah, I think. Oh, yeah. Boom, shakalak. Yeah, something with like padded jaws. Oh! Papa needs a new pair of ape skin shoes, and you're going to get him. He goes down. To quote the man, and the quarterback is toast. Kevin, do something equally cool with Don Drexel.
Okay. He's attacking with his scimitar.
Alpha, a little articulated grabber with like soft padded jaws. That would be awesome.
Let's see, 2. Oh, it's only it's +3 because of the bless. Okay.
Right.
Prayer, but it doesn't matter.
That will miss.
Yep.
And Paul is moving in this round. You are getting a hobbed goblin. Have your goblins been hobbed lately, folks? That is going to miss you. Ooh, I saw that 20 on the facing. On my board, it's kind of jammed up in the corner, so I wasn't sure if it was the 15 or the 20. All right, so those both will miss you. Paul is now in play fighting the 2 hobbed goblins. Tim, toad sticker behind the ear, and this thing expires. Once again, Holder is yelling at the hobgoblins, "Surrender! They might be merciful." Okay, gentlemen, it is a new round. I'm presuming we're all going to continue to attack. Tim, you've dispatched the other hobgoblin in the corner who is webbed. What do you wish to do?
I'm going to continue just stabbing things that are already webbed.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Because a knife blade to the eyeball it works so well.
Shank. Alrighty. So yeah, you're just stabbing this thing's corpse over and over again.
The other ones that are webbed up in the other side.
Oh, so you're walking all the way across the room to coup de grace them as well. Okay, I gotcha. All right, so you're moving in this round to instabulate. There's still
kebabs. That's what
still a little bit of melee, perhaps in the center of the room. Why don't we go ahead and roll initiative? And Tim, we've come back around to you. See if this black D6 helps me out, because I have been losing initiative almost all night long. It's not fair. All right.
Tim, give it, the dice taketh away.
The dice give it, the dice taketh away. Let's move some miniatures around.
So I think we're down to 2 in the center because you killed the ape. So I'm just going to keep stabbing things until there's nothing left to stab, because I'm too squishy to really help in a melee. And I'd like to save some spells.
Right on.
Where's your hobgoblin, man? Blown up, sir. Paraphrasing Stripes there. Herp de Gerplin.
Oh, there we go. All right, so Tim has moved in this round. Paul moved in this round. Kevin, you and Dooms have yet to attack, so why don't you go ahead and do that, and then Dooms, your turn.
No,
That
nice.
will absolutely hit.
21. Unfortunately, it's still a D8. What's my bonus for this?
21. Ween.
And it's 5 points.
It is 5 points. That is sufficient to slay that hobgoblin. Dooms, go ahead and put the sword to this last one. That is going to miss. He is going to look around the room and bolt. You're not sure where, but he moves and is subject to an immediate attack at +4 in addition to everything else. Go ahead and roll their Don Drexel.
Okay.
Roll it. Roll it good.
That will hit.
All right. +2 damage on this one.
That's a good question, Damien. I would imagine that would depend on how
5.
forgiving your dungeon master is.
And that will slay that one. Altering a magic item like that in its fundament will cost you the enchantment. It'd be like saying, I want my +1 sword to be a +1 dagger, so I'm going to file it down. That effectively destroys the weapon. So the humanoids and the giant carnivorous ape are all dead. Paul looks at the arrow that's slightly stuck in his arm and kind of laughs and says, that was half of the healing the good father did for me over there. All right, so what next, guys? I can show you the table if you need it again. Let's go back. You have the doors in the corner of the room over here, and you've got these two chambers, which Durek, you recall having explored those chambers before, but not recently, not since you guys got here.
Right. It seems to me that the best course of action is downward. We have been striving to achieve this quite some time.
Let's go down where we're supposed to be.
Alrighty. It does, doesn't it, RKC? Sounds a little bit like what you'd hear like in a, they said it couldn't happen, the Amityville horror, but it was a true story. I can't.
The giant ants have come back, and this time they're angry.
Hey, I remember when AIP released Food of the Gods in the early 1970s. Absolute schlock. But I saw it when I was like 7, and it scared the hell out of me. Okay. Gentlemen, in the words of one of the best fantasy-based coin-op video games ever, Black Tiger, welcome to Dungeon. All right, so you begin to make your way down. Let me pull up the map here. Now, unfortunately, from this point forward, folks, I don't have Dwarven Forge laid out for the dungeon level of this map. And more to the point, I don't have let me see, where is it? I don't have enough space or Dwarven Forge to lay it all out. If there is a key battle that I think needs it, I will have it set up for our viewers, for our players. I will do my level best to recreate that experience. So if you're just tuning in, if this was your first night watching the where is the map? Watching the live stream, I apologize that you're not going to get to see the dungeon level fully realized in Dwarven Forge. Like I said, I'll do my best, but I would basically need twice the studio space and about 3 times more Dwarven Forge than I currently have. Or other terrain, I can make it out of styrofoam and whatnot. But all right, so the stairs take you down, down, down deep into the earth. What is your marching order as you guys go, please?
No, I'm certainly first.
Okay.
I've come to vanquish this evil, and I've worked toward it for my entire life.
Alrighty. So you're on a stair that is 15. I'm sorry. It's 10 feet wide. Ceiling roughly 10 feet above you. Paul is right there next to you. Who's in the second rank, please? Tim, is Elminar in the second rank, or is he in the very back?
Oh, I prefer to be in the very back because I'm squishy, but I'll be happy to stay right in front of the pacifist.
Okay. Well, the pacifist then will take the rear and make sure that you guys don't get ambushed. Kevin, that just leaves Don Drexel. Where is he at?
Well, if it's, I guess going down the stairs, we're just going to be going. I'll be behind Dirk, but I may be
if I might,
in other cases, right?
Yeah, if I might interject when I say the front, I mean the front behind you.
Okay. Yeah, right. I think I'd be up front, and if I'm going to scout ahead, I'll let you know that.
Okay.
Very well.
Okay. So you head down the stairs. None of you are rangers or anything of the kind, so you're not really sure as far as quote unquote foot traffic goes. Okay, so Tracy Thompson's seen Food of the Gods. He knows what I'm talking about. The corridor at the foot of the stairs is cloaked with a mantle of dust and cobwebs, and the air is cool and earthy. The hall slopes down to the north, and here and there the walls are damp. At the end of this 90-foot corridor, the hall turns west, and a lit oil lamp hangs on the west wall, throwing a feeble amber light. And of course, it's 10 feet wide.
Okay. So there's actually a lit lamp down here. Okay, so somebody has been down here recently, or at least recent-ish.
Recent-ish, yes.
Okay. There's nothing else but the turn.
That is correct. There is the turn to the north, and that's it.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go down the stairs and look down that hallway if I can. The hallway going north.
Okay. Looking to the north. Yeah, it is much the same there to the north. The hallway to the north, the dim light from the lantern shows about maybe 50 feet, 50 or 60 feet, and then it just disappears in darkness.
Okay. I'll so there's nothing else to do down here except go down that hallway towards the end, past the lamp and into the darkness area. Okay.
That is correct. Kevin.
Yes, go into the darkness.
Is Don Drexel a full elf or a half elf?
He is a full elf. He's a wood elf.
A wood elf. All right. I thought he was made of flesh and bones, but now that you've informed me of that, I'm going to have to introduce killer termites.
Hey, but those rot gubs can't do much, can they?
All right.
All right. So yeah. So I'm gonna I'll start heading towards the lamp if I can.
Well, the lamp is here in the corner.
Oh, it's actually in. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually here in the corner, and it's illuminating a bit up that hallway.
Why the hell would they put the lamp here? I guess so people don't fall downstairs.
It's the first OSHA design touch in a first edition AD&D dungeon. All right, so you begin to move to the north. How far behind him is the party following?
The standard, I think, which is typically 30 feet.
30 feet would be what, we've been doing before.
All right. Despite having this much acreage and monitors, guys, it really is actually kind of hard to keep track of everything.
If you had the appropriate number of monitors, we wouldn't be able to see you.
Yes, exactly. And then I'd be like David Bowie in The Man Who Fell to Earth, just this wall of screens between me and
Minority Report ones you can kind of see through and just grab stuff and throw it.
Yeah. Okay.
They made some of those. Pixel did. I don't know if you guys recalled that, like 15 years ago.
You can.
They were really neat back then.
Augmented reality stuff now. It's not.
Yeah, you don't even need a display. You just have glasses or goggles.
Microsoft's first Surface was a table.
Yes,
not
I had
a
two of
tablet.
them.
You had them?
We had two of them. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I didn't personally have two of them. They were over $10,000 a piece.
Yeah, but I mean, at the time, it had a built-in 3D, not 3D in that projected, but its GPU could handle 3D, and they demonstrated Bill Gates literally dragging a 3D model of a folder around in the table and everything. It was pretty neat. But
yeah, they're kind of like a cocktail table for an arcade machine.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah.
Very, very proprietary, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, unquestionably. And nowadays you can replicate it with a couple of Raspberry Pis, a PC that you could throw away, and a $200 flat panel television you can buy at Walmart.
I'm convinced the next generation of video games will not require a console. All you need is a tablet. It's all going to be off in the cloud being computed someplace.
Well, I mean, Steam Deck plus the Steam remote service. Yeah, absolutely.
Steam Link.
Yeah. Steam Link. Thank you. Steam Link. Okay. So Kevin, you're moving forward. Are you armed, or are you keeping your hands free, or what?
No, I have, I'll have my, scimitar out. I mean, I'm a little weirded out that there's a lamp down here. I'm worried that that's there for bad reasons, but you know. Yeah,
All right,
so that's what I'll do.
As you move forward, Kevin, into the darkness, a couple of things happen. Let me see here. I just want to make sure.
Color me not surprised.
Are you and Don Drexel's wearing leather armor, or is he wearing chain?
That's
he's wearing leather armor. Okay.
That's right.
You get about 15 feet away from the bend in the hall, and your scimitar is yanked out of your hand and slams into the wall and
the
sticks
wall?
there.
The north wall?
The north wall. Clang!
What the fuck? Okay, yeah.
It is literally pulled out of your hands. Those behind Don Drexel, which are going to be Paul and Durek in that rank, both of you guys give me a saving throw versus petrification at +4. And any additional bonuses, because you get a +2 on all saving throws as a paladin. So,
sure.
Is it blessed still, or the prayer still going?
No, prayer's long gone.
Okay, all right.
Prayer's gone.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, so
that would be 9. That's not going to make it in any case.
Okay.
Unless it was evil influenced, then it would.
Unfortunately, it's not evil influenced; it's science influenced. Paul makes it, and he actually like grabs your cloak, and you feel yourself being held for just a moment. But there's a ripping sound as a piece of it comes away. You fly right past where Don Drexel is standing and slam into the wall. Clang! And you are held there.
It's a magnet.
Behind you guys, you hear a door open.
Okay, so that's what the lamp was for. God damn. Okay.
And the patter of footsteps and the yells in goblin-y voices going on behind you. So Kevin, again, your scimitar is stuck against the wall. Durek, you are stuck against the wall. Paul backs up as if in a strong wind and turns around. So let's get declarations. Durek, you I'm guessing you're just gonna put the candle back.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out.
All right. Tim, what is Elminar doing? Looking over your shoulder, you can see a group of goblins are rushing towards you, weapons drawn.
How many of them?
That's a fine question. Let's find out.
This is really
how
where
far
that
away
ranger
are they?
would be a lot of help.
Let's see. There is a hobgoblin at their head, and they are you see at least 6. The hobgoblin yells something in hobgoblish, and the hobgoblins are bringing out crossbows. They're not proceeding too much further down the corridor. They're bringing up crossbows. So what is Elminar doing?
How far away are they?
You were in the back rank of the party, so you're about 10 feet back. Call them about 50 feet. I think I know what Tim's about to do, everybody.
We're going to fork a lightning bolt and fork them up pretty good.
Brap! Okay. So, Kevin, what is Don Drexel about to do?
So I guess I'm going to start moving south to try to engage them. Well, no, I guess I can use my sling since they're using... I'm going to use my sling. They're not melee, right? So I'm not going to hit my own guys.
You might want to just stay out the way for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you using sling stones or sling bullets?
I have bullets.
Okay.
But they're lead, right? They're not steel. They're lead bullets. So.
I just you let it go. It just shoots out and nails Turek in the head.
Turek, yeah. They're the lead guys.
Yeah. It's armor piercing bullets.
All right. Let's just start it back at the top and roll initiative. Tim, give us a d6, please. I got a 3. Party got a 6. So lightning bolt is 3 segments. Basically, they're loosing their crossbows at the same time you're letting the lightning bolt go. Crack-a-thoom. Let's just call it that. And I'm not going to bother doing the saving throws. I'm literally not going to bother doing the saving throws for the goblins. I'm going to roll for the hobgoblin. And even then, I don't think it's going to matter.
So if people don't know, a lightning bolt is a d6 per level of the magic user. I'm a 6th level, so 20.
20. Let's see. That becomes 10. Let me see the hobgoblin leader. It doesn't matter. He dies too. Everyone in that hallway who is opposed to you dies. However, there's 6 crossbow bolts being fired back down the hall. A couple of these are going at Elminar. Yeah, you actually get nailed by one Elminar for 3 points of damage. A couple going at Holder. Neither one of those hit. You got to know when to hold her. All right, and the last 2 are being shot at Paul, because Paul is not stuck to a magnet. And none of those hit. They are, the ones that miss, it's kind of distressing because apparently they have metal heads. They clang into the metal plate on the wall that you're currently stuck to, Jurek. So a lightning bolt being cast down this hall, of course, there's immediately a chance of attracting something.
And of course. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Well, you have to put it on something in your deli sandwich in your Rolls Royce. I mean,
yes, that is. I mean, who amongst us did not believe back when we were kids that rich people were just riding around lending each other mustard?
After tasting reality, that stuff, nobody eats that stuff.
Nobody eats Grey Poupon.
When in reality, it's more likely that Rolls Royces pull up next to each other and loan each other martinis.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was the 1980s, so martinis and Bolivian booger sugar. All right, so...
But all that faded into Bolivia.
Yeah, and I speak from experience working in a restaurant. They all Caesar dressing includes Dijon mustard. So you have eaten it.
Yes.
But there's Dijon and there's Grey Poupon. And I don't like Dijon, but Grey Poupon is disgusting.
Yeah, I will.
Well, it is better.
If I want something that's got a little bit of a zing to it, I will I will pick up some kind of deli mustard from Boar's Head. I find their stuff. All right, so let's see. This is going to be 1, 2. All right, you guys hear a screeching and a scurrying and a shuffling and a snuffling from down the hall where the goblins were. Something oily and disgusting and furry with beady red eyes is starting to rush down the hall at everyone. You know what? Let's see. I say rushing down the hall. 1, 2, 3. They're coming from the south. 4, 5, 6. They're going to be coming around from the north. Okay, they are coming from the south. So,
how far away?
You have no idea.
Right on.
But I can see the player wanting to know. These are like boiling out of holes and crevices and cracks back there at the turn. So it looks like maybe they heard the dinner bell, maybe that clang sound means that they get to come out and eat something.
So they're coming.
So they're a good 60 feet away. They're a good
okay
60 feet away.
from him on the north wall.
Yes.
Okay.
He will not be grabbed and eaten. JP got rockets. It's let's see. I think I'll leave the euphemisms to you there. I was trying to come up with a clever one, but I couldn't. Okay. Tim, what is Elminar doing?
So they're 60 feet out, and we don't know what it is.
It sounds suspiciously a lot like a wave of giant rats. Yes.
Oh, sounds like a wave of giant rats. Well, those things are pretty easy to kill. So I think we need to try to, if they're still 60 feet away, we need to figure out if there's a switch someplace to get our friends off the wall. And I'm going to look for a switch or a way to get them down as we await the rats coming up to us. Then we'll stab them.
Okay. All right. How about Don Drexel?
Well, I'd search for traps, but I don't think we have time before these jerks show up. So
okay.
I'm going to get ready with some oil. And yeah. Sad news is it's not my dungeon, so it's all good.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and roll initiative. And Kevin, I think we had started with Tim, so let's go to you now.
Okay, I got a 2.
A 2.
No.
A 6. All right, so you are digging in your pack to get a flask of oil out. One of you is getting it. The rats just swarm up the hallway. They're that fast. It's awful. So they spent this round moving. Tim, if you want to try and stab one, that is kind of your option right now. Basically, there's 16 rats, there's 5 of you, so essentially everybody but Holder is getting 3 giant rats. Kevin, same goes for Don Drexel. Does Don Drexel I'm assuming Don Drexel is moved away from the giant magnet on the wall?
Yes, for the time being.
Okay, so do you have a secondary weapon you'd like to fight the rats with?
I have a short sword.
All right, you may fight them with a short sword.
Yep.
Paul will fight them with a long sword. They won initiative and spent their round moving, so let's start at the top of the rotation. Tim, have Elminar attack.
Stabby McStabtown.
Robert, don't spoil it for me. 18. That will actually hit. Tim, Elminar reaches out and drives his dagger into one of the giant rats.
And does 4.
And so you have 2 giant rats on you. You kill it outright. Go ahead and roll for Don Drexel, please.
Okay.
Don Drexel is magic user, thief. Okay, he doesn't have
thief.
fighter in his mix. Okay.
So 7 thief. Yep. And in this time I only get +1 because it's not magical, and it doesn't matter.
Yes, that will miss. Dooms, roll for Paul. Paul is getting a number of attacks equal to his level, so he could potentially kill them all off right now. So first one misses. Second one misses. Third one does not miss. With his damage bonus, he kills the rat. So, yeah, I mean, if you roll like above a 10, you just assume you killed a rat. Possibly even lower. I'll look if it's going to be lower.
Right on.
A 9 with bonuses, that does hit. So, yeah, he kills the second rat and the last.
Nice.
He kills the third rat. So he has killed all the rats fighting him, and he's just looking around. There is a particularly vicious and nasty looking giant rat sort of sitting up on its back feet, its teeth, watching the rest of them. It seems even larger. So let's go ahead. I know what they're doing in this round. Don Drexel, you have you are fighting giant rats. Tim, you're fighting giant rats. Oh, I should roll for Holder. Holder's like, they're just animals. They're just animals. And he like leans out with his mace and just kind of taps one very hard, and it squeaks and shrieks, and he's like, "What am I doing?" And he hitches his mace back and is like kind of trying to dodge around them, but he's going to try and cast a spell and hopefully not get hit while he does it. Paul's going to continue to fight. Don Drexel, you're going to continue to fight. Tim, is Elminar going to continue to try and fight in melee?
Of course.
All right, let's roll initiative, and I think we're back around to you, Tim. I haven't won an initiative roll all night, so actually, I think I've won once. And a 3, and I don't again. Doom's Paul is picking another 3 to attack. Go ahead and have him. I see what you did there, JP. He kills 1. So there are 13 rats now. He kills 2. And he kills 3. And he's got 2 more attacks. He kills 4. He kills 5. So there are 8 giant rats remaining. Tim, do your thing. Oh, I saw it almost rolled over to that 17. Unfortunately, that will not hit. So for Don Drexel, please.
All right. 10.
10. That for a thief, you're thief
7.
5? Thief,
7.
Oh, thief 7. Good Lord. That probably got him. Let's see. Thief 7. And I'm sorry, you rolled a total of what?
It was a 10.
It was a 10, but you got your scimitar.
No.
No, that's right, your scimitar.
This was like
so 10, 11 as an elf, because you get +1 to hit.
No, I added that.
You did? Okay, all right. Then yeah,
that's my one bonus.
That is a clean miss. So
okay.
There are 4 of you able to fight 2 giant rats. So that's 2 giant rats apiece. So here we go. A couple on an 8 and a 15. And that was how many points of damage? I'm sorry. That's Elminar gets nipped. And that is... Oh, where is it? So that is a D3 damage that Elminar suffers. And I can just do this because I was told there would be no math, but fortunately this at least I can do in my head. That's 1 point of damage to Elminar. And Kevin, I've already attacked you, right?
12 hit points.
Not this round.
All right. Now I have
Yep.
have a nip O damage. That is 2 points.
All right.
That's 2 points. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Neither one of those hit Holder. 5, 6, and the last 2 are attacking Paul. Neither one of those hit Paul. Your good cleric kneels down, holds out a bit of iron rations, and begins to make squeaking noises. So let's see. Come on. Okay, so let's see. Area of effect, one animal within 3 feet. He actually noticed the one in the back that was kind of watching this, and he is chittering and squeaking at it. The thing seems to be very argumentative, but it is continuing to squeak at him, and it is easing forward and snatching the food out of his hand. So yeah, there's a lot of interplay there, but it at least is bounding back, and it screeches over its shoulders at the others, but they do they heat it? No. The remaining ones are still attacking the party. So there's still the remaining giant rats. He kind of turns around and goes, I tried to get him. He left at least. That's something. He picks up his mace and leans over to attack the other two that are fighting him. I'm guessing everybody else is melee. So let's roll initiative. And Kevin, it's your turn. I got a 2.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Fun times.
Neither one of those hit Paul. The 18, that actually got Holder. But for a mere 1 point of damage. And these two are on Elminar. That 18 gets you Elminar. For 3 points of damage.
I'm down to 9 hit points.
That was 2, 4, 6. I think that was everybody, wasn't it? Paul got attacked. Elminar got attacked. Oh, Don Drexel didn't get attacked, did he?
No. Yeah, son of a...
Okay. What is Don Drexel's AC again?
It's AC 1.
AC 1. Let's see. 18 and 17. That don't help them.
Oh, great.
you are unscathed. Let's go ahead then and get some counter attacks. Dooms, roll for Paul. He's attacking as many as he can see.
From chimpanzee to chimpanzee.
To chimpanzee to chimpanzee. To first
Homer.
attack. Miss. All right, that's a miss. That's a hit, and
there we
that's
go.
one dead. That's a miss, and that's a
How
miss.
does that?
All right, such is life. Tim, go ahead and stab one of these things, or try to. 15. That may actually hit him. Oh, I sounded like the Batman announcer. 15. That may have hit him. Let's see. Is there a 15? Yeah, you got him, Tim. Congratulations. Put some cold steel on that hot rat. And what was that total?
3.
3. He dies. He expires. Tim, you have killed exactly as many rats as Paul has killed. Kevin, roll for Don Drexel.
All right, +1. Wow, it's giving me the... There it is. Man, I am not doing well today.
All right, so there are 6 giant rats left. Well, Holder is going to swing at 1. I really hate doing this. I really tried to talk to them. I just wouldn't see reason.
Nice.
Bad rat, no. Crack. He like looks away as he brings the mace down. Crunch. Oh, God, was that as bad as it sounded? Oh, it was worse. Oh, I'm so sorry. But it's you or me. Hey, you guys talking about the Oblivion, the new Oblivion release?
Yeah.
I not allowing mods for that is just beyond the pale.
Yeah,
Like
I bet they will. I bet they will. It's just
or someone will figure a way
Yeah.
around it, and you'll just have to do it in a hack.
Because not having mods is dumb. That's just dumb.
Yeah, I mean that is what the Bethesda library is known for. Is
Right.
you can mod their games. It goes all the way back to Morrowind. I mean. Anyway, sorry guys, didn't mean to get distracted. So we're gonna finish up this combat with these rats, and then we're going to wrap up this evening. I'm guessing all melees. So let's roll initiative. And Dooms, it's your turn.
And Dundexel's doing melees since he can't hit with melees.
Melees, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Melees attacks.
Exactly. Lazy jerk.
Okay, it is a tie. So Dooms, go ahead and make your 5 attacks for Paul against the 6 remaining rats. But they will get attacks. That's a miss.
The cleric killed one, so we're down to 5.
That's right. That's a miss.
The 15's a miss?
No, I'm sorry. A 15 hit. So that he's hit and killed 3 now. Yeah. 4. So yeah, 4 of the 5 rats are left. Yeah, that was 5 attacks. So that you would have gotten. So that's 5 dead rats. Tim, end the rats for us, please. Tim. 8. This magic user, folks. This magic user. There's this freaking magic user. Tim, roll your damage. And that finishes him. That's it. All the rats are dead.
And I didn't have to lightning bolt them.
And you didn't have to lightning bolt them. Okay, and nothing comes looking for the sound of rats being slaughtered after the loud clang. So that is where we're going to end it, with Durek just hanging out. The rest of the party having this strange, that they feel strangely drawn to the wall at the end. And now, between now and next week, I get to, after, for those who are curious, it was July of 2024 that I started building out on the table this Dwarven Forge setup out here. And you know what? For our audience, if you guys will give me just a second, if our players will give me just a second, I'm going to zoom the camera out and give everybody a whole table view of what that looked like, if I can. Bear with me just a second before we say our goodbyes tonight.
So did anybody get to go see the Minecraft movie? I'll take it as I'm the only one.
The only one for what? I missed what you said.
Went to go see the Minecraft movie?
My son did. I haven't. It has Jack Black in it, so I'm going to pass.
I firmly believe that Jason Momoa drives a beat-up 1970s Trans Am. It just fit him so well.
Well, one of my good friends had that exact situation. It was a 76 Trans Am.
Yeah, but it can't be a good one. It has to be like completely beat to crap. I mean,
that was the way it started. But he was a motorhead, so he fixed it up. I remember.
I'm gonna listen to some Motorhead.
For a while when I was in grad school, I drove a 1978 Z28 with T-tops. a 350 and a Holly 650 double pumper.
Wow, that's a light
4
car
miles
for
to the
that
gallon.
engine.
Yeah, well, I got 4 miles to the gallon. Okay,
That's
I got
terrible.
more than that. But if you stomped on it, man, I swear you could watch the gas gauge just kind of.
I worked at a gas station when I was young, and we had a guy come in here, and he had a Corvette, and he was putting a Callaway turbo in it, and that was that way as well.
Oh, yeah, I drove a
It,
Corvette for a while
it
too.
was
Those
a
things are
it had a
hard.
427 ratted in it.
Oh,
Yeah, and they put a Callaway turbo in, and that thing, you could watch the gauge. It was like as the MPH went up, the gas went down.
All right, guys. So here we go. Here is the as much as the table as I could get in a camera shot.
Nice.
That's kind of an okay one, and then there's the front of it. That's that is essentially the setup right there, and I hope everybody likes it when I put that stuff out there. I want to thank all of my players who could make it tonight. I'm sorry we missed you, Thane Kyle. Hopefully you'll be back next week. Thank you, Indigo Creek. Thank you everybody who tuned in tonight. I will be back tomorrow night. Hopefully my co-host Kyle, the wonder from down under, will join us asunder. I don't know. But anyway, please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon for notification, so you can join us when I do more cool stuff like this. So thank you again to our players. Thank you again to the audience. And I will see you guys later. But you will notice, all of you, that of all the miniatures and stuff out there were no owl bears. Tim, you're welcome. Peace. Good night. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere, in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.